Hi there. I thought I'd give this another go, seeing there seems to be a slight appetite for it. So join in the foray of knitting podcasters. So here we go. If I refer to the left-hand side at times, that's because A, my cup of tea's over there, and B, I have to have written instructions so I don't forget to do anything. So here we go. So there seems to be some sort of when I've looked at lots of knitting podcasts, and there seems to be some sort of a way of doing things that people tend to do. So I'm just going to go with that for the time being. So the first things I'm going to go through are things that I've finished and what I'm wearing. Then I'm going to go into some works in progress. Then some things that I've bought ready to make, or like wool and stuff like that. And then I thought as an extra added bonus I'd talk about some of the things that I've been listening to. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Tanya, and I live in Tauranga in New Zealand. I'm a teacher at a secondary school here. I teach history, and that's a little bit about me. I've been knitting I've been knitting all my life, but I learnt to knit when I was younger, but on and off I've kind of dipped my toe into the water. But recently, maybe for about 3 months, I'd like to say, I've been really back into it again, loving it. I had this terrible habit of like coming home from school and just doom scrolling on TikTok or Instagram. And I needed something to do, something productive. I do pottery as well. Well, I on and off. Haven't done it for a while, but I have done it. But it involves going out, getting stuff out. Whereas, you can take knitting anywhere. And it certainly has cured me of my doom scrolling. I can tell you that much for nothing. Now, I'm not set up fancy. I haven't got a monochrome or anything like that. Maybe. We'll see how we go. But, I just thought I'd give this a go. Anywho, first of all, I'll start off with what I'm wearing. Last time I did a little Instagram video that I put on YouTube. It's just pretty basic, but I was in my pajamas still. So this is the modified cherry jumper by Midori Hirose, who is a Japanese designer. I'll kind of try and stand up so I can show you what it looks like. Oh, falling down. It is knitted in, and I'm going to try, hopefully it'll work, to put up a little sort of screen up here with the pattern, and I'll put the yarns that I use down in the show notes as well. So this is in lipstick, which is a Peppin 8 wool. I'm not quite sure of the maker, but it'll be down there. And I held it with this beautiful Rowan KidSilk Haze mohair in a colour called Candy Girl. I fell in love with the mohair and then found the lipstick to go with it, lipstick yarn. It's a superwash merino. It's just so soft. It's really beautiful. I thought that the mohair might be a bit itchy, and it does get a little bit, I just seem to be quite sensitive around here to the mohair, but it's fine. I can live with it. It's super warm. I live in the Bay of Plenty. It doesn't, we have a few cold days, so I don't know why I'm knitting all these woolly jumpers, but we do get cold occasionally, and there's like, even today, it's 15 degrees outside. It's beautiful and sunny, but there is a bit of a cold wind, so, and some days we do get down quite low in the mornings especially. Anyway, please excuse my glasses. I don't wear sunglasses inside, like some sort of fool. But these are those photoreactive, like lenses. So when they turn into sunglasses when there's a bit of sunlight and the sun's streaming in through my ranch slider. So they've gone a bit dark. Anywho, so that's what I'm wearing. My cherry sweater. These are supposed to be the cherries. These are in some random green wool that I found that I had. It's beautiful hand spun. I'll show you the wool. Beautiful hand spun wool that I got here in Tauranga. God knows when or where, but I did get it because the label said Creative Fibres in Mount Maunganui. And this is, I got a red and a black, kind of all that really nice motley homespun look. But I love this colour. That's one of my favourites, apple green. So I have to make something out of this. It's 100 grams, which you can make something out of, but I don't really want to knit a scarf out of it because it's quite rustic. It's not really bad, but it's not, I couldn't wear it as a scarf. And I don't really wear gloves, and I don't really wear beanies. So I'll have to knit like a striped vest because I won't be able to get a whole garment out of that anyway. So, but that I used a little bit in these cherry things here. I quite like this neckline. It was higher. I think I spoke about it in my last video. It's got another row of cherries in the actual pattern, but I took to it with the scissors because I thought it would be too high and tight. It probably would have been fine, but I'm glad that I didn't. I'm quite happy with it the way it is. So that's what I'm wearing. I'll try and put up a picture of me wearing it next so you can see the full garment. What else have I done? Sorry, you'll get the random floofy dog. Floofy dog. This is Thunder. Thunder. He's a Keeshond. He is a lovely boy. And I've got another dog, Zach, who might come and join us later too. So, anywho, what have I got here? I've got my Sunday cardigan by Petite Knit. I knitted this in Chaska Alpaca. I showed it in the last video, but I have put more buttons on now, and I've sewed a ribbon, hand sewed a ribbon down to reinforce it because the front was dipping down quite low. So I thought, well, I'll just sew some ribbon. If you look here, this is pretty bad, but I've just kind of cut into the ribbon, and I haven't yet made proper buttonholes, but oh well, we'll see how we go. What else have I made? This is the first thing that I completed. Go me. This is a Stockholm slipover by Petite Knit. It was easy to make. It was quick. I think I made it in like a week or something, 10 days, something like that. It was really quick, but I was going hard out with the knitting. I sometimes knit in class too, but when they're watching a video or doing a task, I'll sometimes walk around the classroom with my needles. Anyway, this is knitted out of Crucci Aella 8-ply, and it's held together with a lovely brown, obviously, mohair. I think it's naturally Pacific lace. I'll put it in the show notes, but this is really good. I love wearing it. It's that beautiful, it's got a nice halo. You can kind of see it there. You can see the sort of floof. But it's not too hot and you can wear it all day, which I really like about a vest. Speaking of which, I made another one, and it is a pink one. Now, this is, again, I mentioned it in the last video, but this is a Novice slipover. I did the Novice slipover knit along with the lady Rachel from the wool shop in Rangiora, and I'd made this, I slightly modified it. This neckline is not the same, but this is the wool that I first started using when I went back to knitting, but I knitted a garment and I knew that I wasn't going to wear it, so I frogged it, and I made this vest instead. So I've been looking for something to make. It's not perfect. I made the very terrible mistake of holding. I watched a video and someone said hold your ends in and kind of weave them in as you go. Now that's all very well, but sometimes you can see it like that. You can kind of see it there, but I don't care that much. And so I won't do it again, put it that way, but it's done now. So, but I really like this, love the colour, love me a bit of pastel pink, so very happy with that. What else have I made? Oh, I made, for one of my colleagues is having a baby. She left just towards the end of the term, and I made a little hat. I'll try and put up a picture from that. It was a free hat, and I'll put the pattern up there. It took me literally a day. It was so good. I made it in a really nice grey sock yarn and with a little green stripe in like a superwash merino. It was really simple and quite gorgeous. Anyway, so I made that little hat. Hopefully I'll be able to put a picture there if I can manage to video it. If I've got the technological skills, I mean. I also made a vest similar to this one, similar to this brown one, for a friend of mine at school who was desperate for me to make her something. So I made her a pink vest out of, what's that, blown yarn, not blown yarn, it's a chainette yarn, the Wind Cries Merino. I just got it from Spotlight. I've got loads of it because I overbought. So I bought some, I made her a quick little vest, so that was cool. It's quite cropped. She really likes it. I made a lovely Sophie scarf out of green. Oh, I'm just going to get the wool because it's here. This green, beautiful green possum merino wool, Purrino it's called, and it's a it's so soft, and it's 4-ply though, and I can't be doing 4-ply, so I held it together with a really soft green, forest green merino 4-ply, and so I made a Sophie scarf for my friend Robin, who is a hairdresser here in Tauranga, and she really loves it apparently. And I made myself a Sophie scarf as well. I made this out of, oh, it's really soft. I went up to Auckland in the school holidays, and I was on my way to see my mum and dad who live up in Dargaville, and I went into the Ribbon Rose up there, and they had some Sandnes Garn Cashmere, and I'm like, I really like that, but it's really expensive, but I can afford to make a scarf. So I wanted a red scarf, so I found this beautiful cashmere and held it double, so twice the price. But there you go, it's really plush and really, really nice to wear, and it looks pretty cool. I've made it the double length so you can get it round. I can get it round twice, so I can wear it like that. So very happy with that, very happy indeed. Well, it's the look, pink and red, so maybe I'll keep it on. No, too hot in here. What else? So I think that's pretty much about what I've worn, what I've made. Whips. So I've got too many whips. I've got lots of things on the go because I get a little bit bored, and so I just, when I get a bit bored, I'll start something new, which is not really good, but oh well, I'll live and learn. At the moment, I'll go, not in this order, but I just started this last night. This is, if you have a look, it's really nice, sort of rusticy wool. I got this from Wild Earth Yarns down in Christchurch. They are a big sort of, I think they mill their own wool. They're a beautiful shop down in Christchurch. Went down there a few months ago to see my son. And they have this bargain wool. It is bargain. It's $3, works out about $3.50 a ball, I think. You get 10 balls for $45. So that's $4.50 a ball. But I got it in 4 colours. I think I got some shipped. I bought one lot down there. But I got these colours. I got the brown one's called Rosewood. The bluey purpley one, it looks quite grey in this light, but it's actually quite lilac-y, and it's called Lilac. That's Rosewood, and that's shade number 8. So I'd call that a greige. So that is, well, it's sort of like a sweater number 6 from my favourite things, knitwear I think it's called, kind of, but I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to do the I-cord, because I did that on one of my whips that I'll show you in a minute, and that's just a mish, but maybe I'll just do ribbing. Wait and see. But they didn't have the stripes in theirs, but I really wanted the stripes because I wanted to put all those yarns together. I'm really happy with the way it works out. I actually took my inspiration from a Sari Nordland t-shirt that she's making. There's a knit along sort of, or some instruction videos. So I saw one of her knitting podcasts, and she's making a t-shirt with these with 4 different colours in a main, 3 different colours in a main colour. And so I kind of did her stripe formation that she's doing. She only did 2 lines, and it's a t-shirt. So, but I like the stripes. So hopefully I'll get that done. If I've only made that, if I've only started that last night, I'm not doing too badly. I mean, it's less than 24 hours, and I've done that much. Have a quick sip of my chai. This cup is made by my friend Ruth. Ruth is a potter. She's a professional potter and artist. Her website, she's on Instagram, it's Ruth Ann Vickers, and she makes the most gorgeous stuff. So this is one of her cups, which I love the colour. And as a potter, I cannot replicate the colour, and she doesn't give away her glaze recipes, which is fair enough. So there we have it. Whips, more whips. Right. I made a swatch. Now, I'm not much of a swatch knitter. Some people, or most people on here, seem to be quite keen on making swatches, but I made a swatch for that last project, only because I thought that, well, it's supposed to be 8-ply, which is double knit, but it looked quite thick, so I knitted a swatch, and it turned out that my favourite things pattern that I was sort of half-ply following is supposed to be for a chunky yarn, and this is closer to a chunky because that's what my gauge came out at. I've knitted 2 swatches. So there you go. This one's got a little label on it. Look at me. This one I haven't got a label on. I haven't even blocked it yet. So anywho, works in progress. Oh, this is just divine. But I've stalled. This is, I'll show you. It is just gorgeous. It is going to be a Ingrid vest by Petite Knit. It's got this lovely patterning in it, the moss stitch. And I started it at the beginning of the holidays, and I haven't picked it up again. It's knitted in, I'll just grab it. It's a silk mohair held with this gorgeous French merino called Ulysses. This is exactly the same as Paige from the 2 Pearls in a Pod podcast. She had it, and I was like, I want that. It's really gorgeous. This is supposed to be 4-ply, but it feels more like sport weight, or maybe to me. And this is the most, they rave on about this being the softest mohair, and I can attest to that. This is soft and very fluffy. It is beautiful. This is in shade 7C, and that's Poivre. So that is my Ingrid Slipover. I'll have to get on with that because it's just too nice to not wear. So that's what I've been making on the side. One of my whips. What else? After I went up north to see my mum and dad, where I knitted that Sophie scarf, I came home and I bought this beautiful mohair from Prosper Yarns a little while ago. It was just the one. They only had the one skein, so I don't know if it was a sample, but they haven't got any more of it. It's a really nice mohair, and I also had this a Rowan silk mohair as well, and it's in the shade of mint. So anyway, I held them together, and I've made this, it's a cumulus, sorry, I'm going to turn it around. It's a cumulus top by Petite Knits. This is the thing I was talking about. This is called an I-cord for those of you that don't know, and this is a way of binding off. It looks gorgeous. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful, but it does take a bit. I don't know if I fancy doing it again in such a thing, but I ran out of yarn, so I'm awaiting a delivery, and so that's why I cast on the stripy one, because I couldn't finish this until I get my delivery, which probably won't come till could come tomorrow maybe, not sure. So I've got two balls of this. See, I ran out of this. This is only went to there, so I've got this beautiful mint mohair. But yeah, they're held together. So yeah, I've done the bottom, done the thing, but I've just got the sleeves to go. So hopefully I've got a tiny bit of wool left, and the other two skeins will hopefully do it. So there's that. What else? This is another whip. This is a Prosper Yarns, multiple Prosper Yarns, two different wools held together. It is this little, it's not a very good example of it. This is the mohair. If you can see it, if I put it up close, you might be able to see it's got little tiny sequins in it, and it is called Glow. This is Rock Pool, I think is the name of the colourway. It's really nice. It actually is really soft mohair as well, and that's the same. Or the other mohair that I used in the green one was called that range is called Mint, but the Glow has the little sequin, and I'm holding that together with, this is called Twilight Zone. So that's just a variegated yarn. It's pretty cool. It's got but yeah, I really like the way that looks, and I'm looking forward. This is a cloud blouse by Petite Knit, so I'm looking forward to knitting that. Again, hopefully the technology will allow me to show what a cloud blouse is for those of you that are unsure. So what else have I got down here in my little pile? Oh, I'm knitting a cardigan for my son. It's this lovely Outlaw Yarns worsted. I think is it Rebel worsted, or is it, yeah, Rebel worsted in this sort of oatmeal-y colour. I'd like to find the ball, but I cannot. But it's held together with this gazelle grey. Oh, here it is, right at the bottom of the project bag. This is the yarn held together, turns into that. So that's going quite nicely. I meant to finish it this holidays, but I got waylaid by my own project, so he might get it next winter. Or he lives in Christchurch. It stays quite cold down there, so maybe he'll get it and be able to get a couple of wears out of it before he heads off. Oh, here's that Twilight Zone in the actual skein, which looks amazing. That's the one from the cloud blouse from before, so that's what that looks like. It's really nice. Butte is I think it's Merino, 4-ply fingering. So that's all the whips. What are we up to? Acquisitions. Well, it's not really an acquisition, but this is a bit of a fortunate turn of events, let's say. I went up north, as I said, to my mum and dad's, and Mum found this in the cupboard, and I bought this ages ago. Like, I'm talking probably 25 years ago, and Mum's kept it. It is a Waikato like homespun wool. It's really rustic. It is in the natural colour. It is it smelled a bit, it smelled a bit damp, but I just put it in that Euclan, the wool wash. I soaked it in that for a little while, then I put it out in the sun for 2 days, and it smells fine now. So I'm really looking forward to, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to knit with it, but I got 2 big 200 gram skeins of that, so that'll be something anyway. It's always good to have something like that up your sleeve. Right, what else have I got? Oh God, this is beautiful. When I went to the Ribbon Rose and bought that red cashmere, I also bought this beautiful Sunday Sandnes Garn. I look at Sandnes Garn on all these knitting podcasts and I'm like, oh, I really want some. So I got the tin silk mohair and Sunday matchy. I think that's called Arctic Ice, which I love that colour. So I'm going to knit a Maggie cardigan by Petite Knit out of that, and I think it's going to be Maggie cardigan. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I've got kind of enough to make a small lightweight garment. So I can't wait to try that. That's cool. I got more bargain wool from Skeins, which is in Nelson, I think. And that's just, I want some basic colours. That's actually navy. It's not really. And then I got this one here, which is called Moorland, which is almost like a olivey green. So I thought I'd get that was cheap, $3.50 a ball, 8 ply, 50% merino, 50% fine alpaca, so it's really soft, and it's good to have that up your sleeve, just to have as a filler or just to be the base for another garment. Right, I think that is actually all of my acquisitions and everything else. So what I thought I'd add my own little spin on this is that I love a read. So I thought that I would add in things that I've read whilst I've been knitting for this last 3 months. My favourites that I've been listening to, because I don't obviously read while I'm knitting because I can barely look away from the knitting. I'm not like, so I look at these people enviously that can look at the screen and knit at the same time. That's not me. Well, not yet anyway, but I think I'll have to be at it a few years before I can. Anywho, what have I been reading? I've been reading, at the moment, I'm listening to a Sally Hepworth book called The Younger Wife. And the reason that I've got onto that one is because I recently listened to Mad Mabel, which was great. Mad Mabel by Sally Hepworth. It's about an older lady that lives on a street in Australia somewhere, and she's got quite a checkered past, let's say, and it kind of flashes back and forward. It's a really, really decent read. I really enjoyed it. Another one that was very moody and atmospheric and I adored was called Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte. Somebody, I'll hopefully, as I say, the technology might work in my favour and I'll be able to put the cover up on there. It was amazing. A great read. Loved it. I tried John of John. Now it's set up in the Western Isles of Scotland. I have a friend, Morag, who comes from up there, and she's lovely. But this book was about, it was just damp and grey, and I just couldn't do it. It's supposed to be a really good read, and I think it's been shortlisted for the Booker Prize. But man, it was just so, I just made me feel sad. He was this gay guy. He's gone to back home, having lived in Edinburgh, and he went to art school, couldn't find any work, and he's had to go home. And his dad's like a farmer and a weaver, and oh, it's just I only got through the first 2 chapters and I had to give it away. So not give it away, but return it via the Belinda app is where I get most of my listening things. Helen Fields, I've listened to a couple of her crimey sort of thing. They were actually set up in Scotland as well, so they were quite good. But they're probably the standout ones. I just read Maggie O'Farrell, The Hand That First Held Mine. That was quite cool. Enjoyed that. What have I been watching? At the moment, I'm re-watching, what's it called? The Night Country, True Detective. I've already watched it. It's got Jodie Foster. She's great. And it's sort of set up in Alaska. I don't know, I'm getting old, I don't know. But everything's when it gets dark, I'm like struggling to put the brightness up. I'm going tap, tap, tap on the laptop trying to get the brightness up. But it is a mission. But it's great. Sorry, I digress. It's the Night Country is great. It's really good. I'm watching House of the Dragon as well, but that they drip feed you one per week, and I've watched all of those. I've kind of watched the last series of Game of Thrones again. Yeah, nothing else is really striking me. But if anyone's got any recommendations, I'm happy to be give anything a try, really. But yeah, I think that's probably about it from me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that it's been entertaining, and I thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Don't know when the next one will be. I'll have to actually make some more stuff by then and finish some things, but I suppose that's really good motivation to do it if you've got kind of this sort of format to try and keep getting content for. So last day of the school holidays today. Beautiful day here in Tauranga. I hope it's been a beautiful day where you are, and see you next time.